back to the 10-acre property barn build. As you can see, something's going on. We've been pretty busy here, so let's get started and I'll show you what we've been doing. So as you can see, it's post frame construction. So it's a, I don't know if you say true barndominium, but most barndominiums are post frame construction using these 6x6 posts. And they all have these post protectors, and there's holes that were dug 5 foot down for the main part of the house. Concrete was put at the bottom and some stone at some point, and then these posts set on that, and then concrete and stone around those. So we're in the garage here, and over here this will be the shop. There's the 3 windows for the shop. And right about here would be the hallway going down the middle. Office here. There's a bathroom. On this side is the laundry room. Main bedroom. There's another bathroom there. The living room here. There's a bedroom, bedroom, another bedroom. Here's the kitchen. Here's the front porch here. They've already started putting the roof rafters up for the porch in the front. Here's the back porch here. Remember, it's a little bit longer than the front one. After they dug all the holes, they pretty much immediately started setting those posts. And in only a couple of days, all the posts and parts of the framing on the exterior were already up. And then the next step was the trusses. And there was a story with that. We were actually here meeting with the builder, talking about the project, and the trusses arrived while we were here, and we were actually trapped because he was trying to back up to let them come off a roll-off trailer, and it got stuck. So it got stuck and we got stuck. They had to call a wrecker to help pull the trailer out, and he ended up needing to set the trusses on the other side of the creek down over there. And after that, they had to move them with a couple machines, some mules, over to here. Then they were able to use a crane to set them. I didn't get footage of the crane because they came really early and had all these up. He said that it took them 4 minutes per truss. So they had already had all them up before I even saw it. You can see after the trusses, they put those horizontal bracing pieces on the roof about every 2 feet or so. And right now they're working on this dormer. They just went to lunch. And he said the first one's always takes a little more time, and the others will go up a little quicker. So other parts that they have gotten done so far is they've framed out all the windows on the first floor. Haven't done all the doors yet, but they have framed out the garage doors. So here's the 2 garage doors on the front of the house. Those are all framed out. And here's the 2 on the end of the house. They're all framed out. So you can see here, this is the attic with those attic trusses. And this gap here, this is right where the stairs will come up to go to the attic. Here's the line for the door. So the door is here, and the stairs will come up here. So in here you can see the scissor trusses creating that vaulted ceiling. This will be for the bedroom and the kitchen and the living room, and maybe even that bathroom that's over here. So here's where the dormer will be for the living room. And turning around, here's where the dormer will be for the kitchen. So in other news, we got water here. Our guy that did excavation did the water. A plumber will probably connect it from there to the house. But we got a 1-inch pipe going all the way from the meter You can see the grass has already started to grow back, but the trench for the water was all through here and all the way over to there. I also had a little project up at the front, which was the mailbox. So let's go see how that is up there. So here is the nearly finished mailbox. I just have to paint the post. I'll take that box off, paint everything, put it back on. I'll let it dry out in the sun for a couple more weeks. But this was a project in itself. I used a 6x6 post and 5 bags of concrete. So hopefully it's there to stay. So it ain't going nowhere. Here's the bedroom side of the house. The little bathroom window in the middle is right there. There's 2 windows here, 2 windows there. And somewhere in here is probably where the power will come in and the water. And there should be a window up there at some point. Yeah, it was pretty exciting when I came here and all the walls are up, and you can imagine drawing something on paper, making a sketch, and then making it on the computer, and then finally seeing it in person. It's pretty exciting. So hopefully anybody watching that's thinking about doing something like this, you have a lot to look forward to, but I'm learning it's best to take your time, don't rush anybody or rush yourself. Make sure it's exactly what you want. You might have a tendency to want to rush once you see it going up. You see yourself moving in and already living here, but you got to take your time and make sure it's done right, especially if it's not turnkey, if you're doing it a lot yourself, which is our case. So for the doors for this project, they're going to set them all, and there were 2 that I ordered myself, and that is the front door, which is going there, and then the bedroom door, which is going there. It'll be a double door, but they'll set those too, and those should be here soon. Some of the trusses are doubled up in places, especially by the dormers. You can kind of see how they put some of this together on this corner here. They have 2 beams and then all these blocks going up that tie the trusses to those beams. And they said they'll put additional hardware on those as well. There's also gravel already laid down. They said that they need to bring some more in, but that's the first layer that is for the floor. There'll be several layers, including an insulation layer and a plastic layer, and then the concrete with rebar. So you'll probably see those in the next videos. So the foreman said after this, the metal will go on, the roof will go on, so that the inside is covered and they can continue working inside. At that point, they'll put the concrete floor in and everything else on top of that. Like I said, a lot happened since the last video, and I didn't really have a chance to make any other incremental videos. So I put a little montage together of what has happened over the past month. So here it is. So I appreciate everybody that's been following along, and we'll see you in the next video.